Your dog attacks your husband every night at exactly 2 a.m., lunging, snarling, biting. Your husband says get rid of the dog or he's leaving. You don't understand. Your dog has never been aggressive. Never. So you install hidden cameras in your bedroom to prove the dog is reacting to something. When you check the footage, what you see makes you grab your daughter and run. Because your dog wasn't attacking your husband. Your dog was protecting you from him. Why does the dog only attack at 2 a.m.? What is your husband doing? And what does the hidden camera reveal that changes everything? If you love stories where dogs protect us from dangers we can't see, subscribe to Echoes the Dog. Every day we share tales where loyalty and instinct reveal hidden truths. Like this video if you've ever trusted your dog's judgment over a person's words, and comment where you're watching from. Let me tell you how a rescue pit bull named Titan saved a woman and her daughter from a monster living in their own home. You married Derek 3 years ago, second marriage for both of you. You brought your daughter Mia, 9 years old, into the relationship. He seemed perfect, patient with Mia, supportive of your career, never raised his voice. Your friend said you'd finally found a good one after your disaster first marriage. 6 months ago, you adopted Titan from the county shelter. 75-pound pit bull mix, brindle coat, one ear that flopped funny. The shelter said he'd been there 8 months. People don't want pit bulls, especially not older ones with scars. But you saw something in his eyes. Gentleness, intelligence, a dog who'd been through hell and came out still capable of love. Derek wasn't thrilled. That's a big dog, aggressive breed. Pit bulls aren't naturally aggressive, you argued. It's how they're raised. Fine, but if he shows any signs of aggression, he goes back. Titan never showed aggression. He was perfect with Mia. Let her dress him up, slept outside her door every night, followed her around the house like a devoted shadow. With you, he was gentle and affectionate. Even with Derek, Titan was tolerant, kept his distance but never hostile. Until 3 weeks ago, you woke to snarling at 2:15 a.m. Titan was at the foot of your bed, hackles raised, teeth bared, staring at Derek's side of the bed. What the hell? Derek sat up, alarmed. Titan lunged, grabbed Derek's sleeve, pulled, growling deep in his chest. Titan, no! You jumped up, grabbed his collar, dragged him off. Bad dog, no! Titan backed off but didn't stop growling. His eyes never left Derek. You locked Titan in the laundry room for the rest of the night. In the morning, Derek showed you the torn sleeve. That dog is dangerous. He attacked me in my sleep. I don't know what happened. He's never done anything like that. Get rid of him, or I'm leaving. I'm not sleeping in a house with a violent dog. You promised to work with Titan. Maybe a trainer. Maybe anxiety medication. Something. But 2 nights later, it happened again. 2 a.m. exactly. Titan launching at Derek, snarling, trying to drag him out of bed. This time, Derek kicked him. Hard. Titan yelped but didn't back down. You separated them. Derek was furious. This is the last time. That dog goes or I go. Give me 1 week, you begged. Let me figure out what's triggering him. Derek agreed. 1 week. You called a dog behaviorist. She came to the house, evaluated Titan, watched him interact with your family. He's not aggressive, she said, confused. His body language is protective, not predatory. He's not trying to hurt your husband. He's trying to warn you about something. About what? I don't know. Dogs sometimes react to medical issues, seizures, diabetic episodes, things humans can't detect. Has your husband had any health problems? No, he's perfectly healthy. She recommended a vet check for Titan, make sure he wasn't in pain or sick, which could cause behavior changes. The vet found nothing. Titan was healthy, but the attacks continued. every night at 2 a.m., like clockwork. Derek moved to the guest room. I'm not risking getting mauled in my sleep. You keep that dog locked up at night or I'm done. You started crating Titan at night. He howled, scratched at the crate door, made so much noise Mia couldn't sleep. Mom, why is Titan so upset? Mia asked, tired and worried. I don't know, sweetheart. Maybe he's trying to tell you something. Kids say the wisest things sometimes. That's when you decided to install the cameras. If Titan was reacting to something at 2 a.m., you wanted to see what? Maybe Derek was having nightmares, thrashing in his sleep, and Titan was responding to that. Maybe there was a noise outside Titan heard, but you didn't. You bought 2 cameras online. Small, wireless, night vision capable. You installed one on your dresser, aimed at the bed, the other on the bookshelf, capturing a different angle. You didn't tell Derek. He'd think you were crazy, spying in your own bedroom. But you needed to understand. That night, you went to bed as normal. Titan was crated in the laundry room, still whimpering. Derek was in the guest room. He'd refused to come back to the master bedroom until the dog situation was resolved. You set the cameras to record and tried to sleep. At 7 a.m., you woke up and immediately checked the camera app on your phone. Both cameras had motion-activated recordings. You scrolled to 2 a.m. There were 4 recordings, each about 3 minutes long. You started with the first one, volume low so Maya wouldn't hear from her room. The footage showed your bedroom in night vision green. You were asleep, lying on your side, facing away from the camera. The room was still, quiet. At 2:03 a.m., your bedroom door opened slowly. Derek entered. He stood in the doorway for a long moment, just watching you sleep. Something about his posture made your skin crawl. Too still, too focused. Then he walked to your side of the bed, knelt down next to you, and just stared at your face, your neck, your exposed shoulder. You felt sick watching it, the way he looked at you, like you were a problem he was trying to solve, or prey he was considering. After 2 full minutes of this, he reached out his hand, slowly, carefully, and touched your throat. Not a gentle touch. His fingers pressed lightly against your windpipe. Testing, feeling the pulse there. Your blood ran cold watching this. Then he stood up and left the room, closed the door silently behind him. You sat frozen in bed, phone shaking in your hands. What the hell was that? You opened the second recording. Same night, 17 minutes later. Derek entering again. This time he went to your dresser, opened the top drawer, where you kept your medications, and looked through the bottles. Reading labels. He pulled out your prescription sleep aid, examined it, put it back. Then he went to your nightstand, opened the drawer, looked at your phone charging there. He picked up your phone, entered your passcode. How did he know your passcode? And scrolled through it. Messages, emails. You couldn't see what he was reading, but he spent 5 minutes going through your phone. Then he put it back exactly where it had been and left. You opened the third recording, 2:45 a.m. Derek entered carrying a glass of water. He stood over you for a moment, then leaned down and whispered something. You couldn't hear it on the recording, but you saw his lips move. Then he tried to wake you. Honey, you okay? You stirred in the footage but didn't wake. You'd taken your sleep medication. Derek set the water on your nightstand, stood there watching for another minute, then left. Testing if you'd wake up, you realized, seeing how deeply asleep you were. The fourth recording was the one that made you understand everything. 3:04 a.m. Derek entering one final time, standing over you. And this time he pulled something from his pocket. A pillow, one of the decorative pillows from the couch. He stood there holding it, looking at you, his expression completely blank. Then he placed it over your face, not pressing down, just measuring, seeing how it would fit. After 30 seconds, he removed it and left the yummy room. You dropped your phone. Your husband was practicing killing you. You replayed all 4 recordings, watched them again and again, trying to find another explanation. But there wasn't one. Derek was coming into your room every night at 2 a.m. when you were most deeply asleep from medication, and he was preparing to murder you. The touching your throat, practicing where to strangle, going through your medications, checking dosages, considering overdose, testing if you'd wake, gauging your vulnerability. The pillow, suffocation practice. He was planning it, rehearsing, working up the nerve, and Titan knew. Every night at 2 a.m. when Derek was supposed to be in the guest room but was actually in your room plotting murder, Titan had been trying to stop him. The attacks weren't aggression, they were protection. Titan was trying to save your life. You sat there in bed, shaking, trying to process. Your husband, the man you'd trusted, built a life with, brought into your daughter's world, was planning to kill you. Why? You pulled up your laptop, searched Derek's name plus death plus wife. You'd never thought to look before. Why would you? The article was from 7 years ago. Different state, different last name. Derek had changed it, you realized. Man questioned in wife's suspicious death. You read with growing horror. Derek's first wife had died in her sleep. Apparent heart attack, though she'd been only 34 and healthy. There was an investigation. Life insurance policy worth $500,000. Derek's alibi was shaky, but no evidence to charge him. The case went cold. He'd done this before, and now he was planning to do it again. To you. You had to get out, now, but carefully. If Derek realized you knew, you got dressed quietly, woke Mia gently. Baby, we need to leave. Right now. Don't ask questions. Just get dressed and pack a bag. Fast. What's wrong? I'll explain later. Please, Mia, trust me. She saw something in your face that scared her into obedience. She dressed and packed while you threw your own essentials into a bag. Documents, laptop, phone charger. You grabbed the hard drive with the camera footage, evidence you'd need. Then you went to the laundry room. Titan was in his crate, awake, watching you with those intelligent eyes. Good boy, you whispered, opening the crate. You tried to tell me. I'm so sorry I didn't listen. Titan pressed against your leg, trembling slightly. Relief. You heard movement upstairs. Derek was awake. Mom? Mia whispered, terrified. Car, now, quietly. You grabbed your keys, ushered Mia and Titan toward the garage door. Your hand was on the doorknob when Derek appeared at the top of the stairs. Where are you going? His voice was calm. Too calm. Mia's not feeling well, taking her to urgent care. At 7:30 a.m. on a Saturday? Yes. He started down the stairs. Why don't you wait? I'll come with you. No need. We'll be fine. He reached the bottom step, blocked the path to the garage. I really think I should come. Titan moved between you and Derek, low growl starting in his chest. Derek's expression changed. Something cold and calculating crossed his face. You know. You didn't answer. You put cameras in the bedroom, didn't you? He took a step forward. That's why the dog gets to come on this urgent care visit. Because you know. Mia grabbed your arm. Mom, I'm scared. Derek, move. Your voice was steadier than you felt. I can explain everything. Those recordings, whatever you think you saw, you were standing over me with a pillow, planning how to kill me. His face went blank. Then he smiled. It was the scariest thing you'd ever seen. "Okay, so we're done pretending. That makes this simpler." He moved fast, lunged for you, but Titan was faster. 75 pounds of protective fury hit Derek square in the chest, knocked him backward. Titan didn't bite, didn't try to hurt him, just kept him pinned, snarling, warning him not to move. "Run!" you screamed at Mia. You grabbed your daughter and bolted for the garage, got her in the car. Titan jumped in after her. You started the engine, hit the garage door opener, and backed out so fast you nearly hit the mailbox. Derek appeared in the garage, phone in hand, yelling something you couldn't hear. You didn't stop. You drove straight to the police station. The detective who took your statement was a woman named Sarah Cortez, mid-40s, patient, thorough. She watched all 4 camera recordings without comment. Then she looked up at you. "This is enough for a warrant, and given the history with his first wife, we're going to take this very seriously. What happens now? We arrest him, charge him with attempted murder, stalking, probably more once we dig deeper. And you and your daughter get a restraining order. He won't be able to come near you." They arrested Derek that afternoon, searched the house and found things that made you sick. A life insurance policy on you that you'd never signed, forged signature. Internet search history, undetectable poisons, making death look natural. How long until missing person declared dead? Draft divorce papers that would have left you with nothing. He'd been planning this for months, waiting for the right moment, building up the nerve, and Titan had known the whole time. Derek's lawyer tried to argue the camera footage was inadmissible, invasion of privacy. The judge laughed him out of court. "You can't claim privacy while committing attempted murder in your victim's bedroom." The trial lasted 3 weeks. Derek's first wife's family testified about their suspicions. Forensic experts explained how Derek had been researching methods. The camera footage played for the jury. When they showed the clip of Derek holding the pillow over your face, measuring, 3 jurors cried. Guilty on all counts. 25 years to life. After the verdict, the prosecutor pulled you aside. "Your dog saved your life. You know that, right?" "I know. We're going to recommend Titan for a Civilian Hero Award. What he did, protecting you even when you didn't believe him, that's extraordinary." 6 months after Derek went to prison, you and Mia moved to a new house. Fresh start. Smaller place, but with a big fenced yard for Titan. Mia was in therapy, processing the trauma of learning her stepfather had been planning to kill her mother. She was doing okay. Kids are resilient. You were in therapy too. Trust issues, nightmares, hypervigilance. But you were healing, and Titan was the same gentle, protective soul he'd always been. He slept in your bedroom now. No more crating, no more separation. He'd earned the right to stay close. One evening, you were sitting on the back porch watching Titan play with Mia in the yard. Your therapist had asked you earlier that day if you regretted adopting Titan, if the association with Derek's crimes made it hard to keep him. You'd answered immediately. "Titan saved our lives. He knew Derek was dangerous before I did. He tried to tell me every night. I just wasn't listening." Now, watching him catch a frisbee Mia threw, you felt overwhelming gratitude. This scarred pit bull that people were afraid of, that the shelter couldn't adopt out, that Derek wanted gone, he'd been the only one who saw the truth. Dogs know. They sense danger. They protect their pack even when their pack doesn't understand. Later that night, Mia came downstairs for water. She found you sitting with Titan, his head in your lap. "Mom, can I ask you something?" "Of course, baby." "How did Titan know Derek was bad? Before any of us knew?" You thought about it. I think dogs see people the way we wish we could, without pretense, without lies. They see who someone really is. And Titan saw that Derek was a predator. He tried to warn us the only way he knew how. Mia sat down next to you, scratched Titan's ears. I'm glad we listened. Finally. Me too, sweetheart. Me too. Titan's tail thumped against the floor. He looked up at you with those gentle, knowing eyes. And you understood something fundamental. You'd saved Titan from the shelter, but he'd saved you from something much worse. He'd saved you from a monster wearing the mask of a good man. That's what dogs do. They see through masks. They trust their instincts. They protect their family even when their family doesn't believe them. And sometimes, if we're lucky enough to listen, they save our lives. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you trust your dog's instincts. Tomorrow, another story where loyalty reveals what was hidden.